Our friends, the Offspring. Make some noise for the Offspring.
Yeah.
How we all doing?
How's it going?
Good.
How you guys doing? The question.
Doing good.
Hard Rock Live, you guys playing tonight. First question I have, honestly, when it was 1994, and I'm going to give you a little insight into how I got my introduction to the Offspring. Riding my bike, going to school, listening to the album, smash, amazing. You guys started like when the big popular genre was grunge. And now you've gone through all these different genres and fads in music. How do you guys continue to stay successful, on top of your game, and relevant?
Yeah, good question. Actually, we started before grunge, really, and most of what we did, we played with hardcore bands, but we weren't really a hardcore punk band. We had, some melody and some songs to back up our angst and anger. I don't know how we I think we just consider ourselves very fortunate. We've got the songs. We get out there and we tour and we work hard. We're not afraid to show up and get in people's faces. So, and I think luck, being at the right place at the right time, is part of it too.
A lot of people would consider what you guys do still kind of punk sound. Do you still love to live under that umbrella?
Well, sure. We're a punk band, but we're not just a punk band, I don't think. That's certainly where we got our start. That was the kind of music that we all grew up loving and we gravitated to as teenagers and just got into. So we definitely have that. That's our roots for sure. But we also like Kiss and Simon and Garfunkel. So we like all kinds of stuff.
Now you guys are working on a new album currently, right?
We're going to.
Yeah. What, January hitting the studio?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
We want to have a new record out in 2010.
So you're wrapping up this tour. Now, what goes into putting together a new record? Like, are you already writing? Are you thinking about writing? Do you get yourself in a place where you're thinking about writing? Like, how do you get to that point?
Haven't done any writing yet. It'll probably be done in the studio, hopefully with Bob Rock there. And, we'll be bouncing the ideas off him again. That's how we did the last record. And it worked out great. It was a long process, and we wanted to make sure we got everything really, really as good as it could be on this record. So we're hoping to do the same thing this time, only maybe speed it up a little bit.
Right on. Let me introduce Crash and LT from WJRR. They're here with some questions
What's up, guys?
as well.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Good.
Now, Stick actually made a really good point with, being a genre kind of, you guys just kind of go, what is it? Transcendent. Big word. But it's perfect because we got a rock station and a top 40 station, and you guys are relevant across the board. It's pretty amazing to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
Transcendent yet accessible.
There you go, right.
Is the phrase.
You guys, so we've done, we're pretty familiar with it. You guys have taken over our studio at one point. Several Earth Day birthdays and big shows.
Oh, yeah.
Orlando, is it a destination that you look forward to? You bring the family and stuff out, make it a stop, or is it one of those things where you hit and run when you're coming to Orlando?
No,
Florida's great.
Yeah, it's a great town, and we've had great shows here. We're home in like 4 days, so we decided to not bring the families out.
Got 3 more dates on this U.S. tour?
Yeah, it's the last week of school for us. we get to go home on Sunday.
Yeah.
Finish it off in Florida with this heat, right?
That's right, yeah. Well, Florida's always treated us really well. We've always had good shows here. So.
Where would you guys say, obviously you've traveled the world playing your music. Where would you say would be the favorite, I guess, place to play?
Well, South America always has probably the most rabid.
I've always heard that.
South America. Totally.
Yeah. Australia is a great place to tour. It's really mellow, and also great fans too, great audiences. But I think touring the U.S. is always the funnest for us. It feels a little bit more like home.
Right.
Stick was just talking about how he was introduced to your music, and a lot of people that are into now it's not even alternative sports anymore because you've got X Games, you've got the Dew Tour and all this stuff. Is it awesome for you guys when you see somebody getting awesome air on a half pipe and the music that they choose to get motivated is an Offspring song? Does that make you get a tingle when you hear that? Does it make you feel good?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know, the kind of music that we've played and those kind of sports have always gone hand in hand. And even before Smash, we had songs from even the first record in skate videos. And then Epitaph was really smart at loaning out music from all its bands to surfing videos, skateboarding videos, and even snowboarding videos. And we got some of, we saw a change in our audience back in the day too. It wasn't just mohawks and shaved heads. It was, grungy looking snowboarders and surfers and stuff out there too.
Who's the surfer amongst?
We both surf.
Yeah,
we both surf.
Big Kelly Slater fans. I mean, you guys are
sure.
West
Who's
Coast
that?
guys. You've never heard of that guy? I asked this question, but sometimes we get a so-so answer on it. Sometimes somebody answers it directly. Are there any bands that you're hearing right now that everyone's heard of that would get your endorsement as far as you saying, yeah, that band I like?
Oh, there's lots of them, sure.
Sure, yeah.
I think Rise Against is a great band. That's one of them.
Rise Against, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I can
definitely.
see that. Those guys
Paramore, it's great.
Paramore's great.
And Gaga, Lady Gaga.
That was the obvious one,
Natural,
though, right?
third one.
She's a hot bitch. I mean,
Now we always love to check out Wikipedia.
oh yeah, I gotta dispel
See
the
what kind of
rumor.
stuff's on there that's true and it's not true.
All right. There's a rumor flying around out there, Noodles, that you were once the janitor and you joined the band because the guys couldn't buy booze and you were old enough to buy booze. Is that true or not
There's
true?
a lot of truthiness to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Fact.
Sure.
Right.
All right,
sure.
fair enough. What do you guys do besides surfing and stuff in SoCal? What do you guys do to blow off steam when you're on the road besides play amazing music?
Go hang out in bars.
Drink.
Drink beer in Dexter's garage. We'll do that.
Right. We'll sit on tour. On tour or at home?
I mean, either.
Wherever, yeah.
You guys play
The
video
big-
games? You
the
video
big
game guys at all?
console in the dressing
On
room.
tour, yeah. We've been playing Mario Kart.
We.
Nice.
I can see you guys in the bus playing Mario Kart.
Greg and Pete.
Definitely.
Greg and Pete are really good at the Mario Kart. I haven't been able to catch up to their skills yet.
There's another rumor out there that James, old drummer, became a gynecologist when he left the band.
He was for a while, yeah.
Okay.
And now he's a surgeon, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, God's
There's a few amateur gynecologists in the audience,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Well, now, what would you guys do, speaking of a whole nother genre of work, what would you do, do you think, if you weren't playing music right now or never picked up a guitar?
Well, I was a janitor for
Right.
13 years, and I had worked my way up to head custodian 1. So I think by now I might be head custodian
done.
2
Right,
or
maybe.
maybe even a plant foreman.
Nice.
Well then.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Nice.
right.
Like, do you guys enjoy
Dream
cooking?
large.
Like
Dream large, people.
Dexter, like, what would you be doing, you think?
Oh, gosh. I'm probably learning from him,
Yeah?
I'd get my master's in the custodial arts.
Awesome. Cool.
well, you guys have you're going to be going to Europe. You take 3 more dates here. You get like 10 days off. Get to spend some time with your families, hang out. You going back to the left coast out there to hang out for 10 days, or
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My home's in Los Angeles, yeah.
where's the tour pick up on Europe?
Portugal, I think is
Portugal.
the
I
first
think
show.
so.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're there for about a month. A lot of festivals and stuff. It's fun out there. It's a different kind of vibe. But
Do you
it's
pick
cool.
the place? Do you guys have say on where you're going to go at what time of the year? Because you know things are happening. I mean, I'm looking at the calendar and say, well, let's play over there because there's a festival going on in Portugal. I mean, do you get any say in that?
Sometimes you're hitting certain places because there's a festival at that time. But no, I wish we always went to the best places at the best time of the year. But
Right.
it seems like it's always the opposite. We're always Poland in winter or whatever it is,
We did St. Petersburg in December,
Right.
in the middle of a blizzard. It was
was
actually
Not
kinda
Florida,
cool, but-
Russia.
was
you
smart.
mean, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. We could do Florida in December, but no, we got to go to Russia.
Russia.
Exactly.
Jen,
Unfortunately for me, my CD is so skipped that it actually sounds like, hey, 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 because I played it so many times.
you guys,
Oh,
Well,
right there.
good thing you can get it free on the internet now.
Oh,
there you go. Hey, obviously, I know that you guys have an admiration for the Ramones. Do you still get a chance to catch up with those guys? Those guys, you chummy with them, you hang out every once in a while?
Well,
The Ramones.
Marky, sure. We've hung out with Marky. We did a show with him in Greece.
Or the Ramones.
The other guys aren't really around so much anymore.
Right.
So
As far as I bring that up because the covers that you've done, the relationship you had, I know those guys are gone. There's such a big inspiration to you guys.
huge.
They were an
influence,
inspiration,
for
yeah.
sure. We first time we played with them was a festival over in Europe. I think it was in Oslo, Norway, and they were on right before us. And we show up, and we're like, no, that's wrong. You know,
Yes, they were our
let's
heroes.
talk to them. And we said, you guys should be after us. They're like, no, man, it's just the way of the world. You know, they were totally cool about it. And Joey was on the side of the stage watching us when we played, and we were on the side of the stage watching them when they played. I was always really intimidated. Joey was the nicest, coolest guy, but he was just such a hero of mine that I could never really have a one-on-one conversation with him because I felt like a janitor.
Right.
you know,
You were a janitor.
talking to one of the professor. How many kids, dude?
The Ramones songs were so simple and yet so perfect, and I think that's what inspired certainly us, but a lot of bands to feel like we don't have to be like masters at our instrument. We can go out and try to make music without being experts on the guitar.
The Warped Tour is actually coming to town here on the 24th here in Orlando. Obviously, you guys are veterans of the Warped Tour. Will we see you on the Warped Tour anytime in the near future?
I would love to do it again. We had so much fun. We did it for the whole tour in 2005, and it's just such a fun thing. It's also, there's so many great bands. That's the one tour that when I'm at home, I never miss it. Unfortunately, a lot of times we're in Europe or something.
Right.
It's
It was
really
fun.
cool to just walk around and discover, bands that you're like, wow, that's my new favorite band. It's awesome.
Right.
Now, obviously, you guys been on the road for quite some time. What's one of the biggest differences touring, back then to touring now? Do you see any big changes?
Well, the first tour we did, the first cross-country tour we did it in Dexter's pickup truck with just a little shell, camper shell on the back, and with a and it was rough, yeah. It was fun. I mean, it was like, camping, but it was, I don't know.
Basically.
It was fun at the time, but I don't know if we can go back and do that.
Right.
We now have a bus. And a plane.
So that's right. You do fly your own plane, don't you, Dexter?
Uh-huh.
Now, do you guys like go on band trips and stuff like that in your plane?
Band trips?
Yeah, just like take the guys and just.
Like a tour?
No, not like no. I mean, like you guys personally go on your plane and
We
haul
have,
ass
actually,
to
yeah.
hang out with spider monkeys in Argentina or something.
Yeah, right. We did a couple surf trips down to Baja, boards down the center of the plane, and we have done things here and there. Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, we just want to thank you for the music, guys. It's been
on.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Like I said, we've done several things with you guys, and you guys have been always very cool and gracious. And I know you're not feeling really well. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you once again. So I know how it is to be sick.
it up
and
for 'em,
to be
guys.
playing,
No, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Give it up
Thanks
for
coming.
Offspring, you guys.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank
Thanks,
you
you
so
guys.
much for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you.